Color 2, we have Quinton Brown.
Hey, how's it going?
You got top 4.
I got fourth.
Fourth at the San Antonio Regional this past weekend.
That's what happened.
We're a little late on it, but here we are. And you played Zombie, Punk, Therion.
Why you sound confused?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it does.
Yeah, I played a Zombie, Punk, Therion with Brave cards. It's a San Antonio Regional, so I just want to have a little bit of fun, see how I went. So I decided to put Zombie cards in the deck. Ended up being crazy, a lot better than what I expected it to be at that point. Did a lot better than what I expected, so.
Nice. And then how many cards is this, by the way?
43 cards. Just try to get it down to as low as possible because I decided not to play any hand traps. We'll find out soon. So I need to get close to 40 as possible so I can see the blowout cards.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and start.
First off, I want to give my shout outs real quick.
Oh,
God dang, Eric. I just want to give my shout outs to Kobe, Mark, Avery, Blake, all San Antonio, Hector, Leonard. That's it.
Wait, did I get one?
No, you didn't do nothing for me.
Wow. I like how you started with Kobe and not Mark.
Because Kobe showed me the zombie stuff. So biggest shout out does go to Kobe because he taught me all the zombie stuff. So that's how I was able to like use the idea.
And Mark?
He's my son.
So
we'll start with the best part of the deck, the Punk engine. Just simple 3 Itelli, 2 Xiamen, 3 Foxy. You know, like I said before, just try to refine the deck as much as possible to the smallest engines that they still worked and were still consistent. These cards were crazy. I just wanted my Chaos Ruler to be a little bit better, so that's why I played the zombie cards in there. Do you know it's crazy? We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, real quick. No Ogre Dance.
No Ogre Dance. Like I said, I wanted to get close to 40 as possible, so it was just a negligible card that I could cut. And so that's why it's just not in the deck.
Okay.
It's not that it's bad or anything like that. I just needed to try and get as close to 40 as possible if I was going to not play any hand traps.
Okay.
Brave Engine, 3 Girl, 3 Right, Draco back, Fateful, Griffin, no Illegal Knight. Again, it's probably a good card. And it's just like didn't make the cut for how close I wanted it to be. And then Foolish because it's just another Brave card or any card of your deck basically. And here is the I guess everybody says it's the worst part of every deck. The Therion cards, 3 Disc Coliseum, 1 Argeo, 1 Bull, 1 Berea. She is like literally the worst card. I don't know why. And then 2 Regulus.
Well, I guess like in your head, like, do you think this is a really good engine in your deck?
I think the engine is solid, but I think it's a lot better of an engine if it's bigger than if it's smaller. If it's smaller, because like when you mill 5, you want to hit Argeo plus like Disc Coliseum ideally, but like you want to hit more copies of these cards. But they weren't bad. These 2 are easily like in my opinion, like going second, like getting to these 2 is really good because when you reveal this one, happened when I played against Despia, I revealed this, targeted Regulus. So then they have the Brandon in red right there, and he missed timing on loss at that point because his monster came out second. So then I still had Bull, and then I just negated whatever the last thing on was. And then I was able to just trade this into he either popped it or I was able to trade it into the Mirror Jade that came back. So like these 2 are really good. It was solid. I don't know if I'd played it in the future, but I haven't really thought about this deck past this tournament for the most part. And then the spice of the deck, just something that like for fun, and then just like an idea. I like the cards that came out in default a lot, so I just want to see how they were and test it. I decided to play zombie cards, 3 Mizuki, and then for the tuners I played 1 Mad Mauler. So what Mad Mauler does is when it's in the graveyard, it can target a level 6 or higher monster on the field. It level eats that by 2, summons itself, and then you are locked into zombies while it's face up on the field. So a lot of the tricks I would do with this was to level eat cards like Griffin or Baron, and then you bring yourself out and then use it to make a level 10 or level 8 with another monster outside of the one I level eated. So it was really solid. It was really good. I'll play it again. It's a good zombie one. Plague, we all know Plague. Shinobi. Because I was doing something kind of ignorant this weekend, it makes that play a little bit freer because you're bringing it out off your Hulk. Basically what it does is when it's banished for a card effect, it can special summon itself back from the banished. So you banish it off Chaos Ruler, bring it back for free, and then you're able to Calamities your opponent. And then the last zombie tuner I tried to play Unizombie. Being a level 3 tuner comes up a lot. Also, being able to target other monsters on your side of the field to boost their levels comes up. Sometimes when you make Chaos Ruler and you have Griffin still, you can use his effect, send a card, and boost Griffin and make a vampire. There's a lot of cool tricks you could do, but it's kind of like the red rose of the deck, essentially. It's kind of how I think about it. When you mill Mizuki off your Chaos Ruler, you summon this off your Hulk, and basically it just functions as red rose, but you get to send more extenders. So it was good. Zombie Engine, I honestly, crazy enough, can't really complain about it at all. It was really solid throughout the whole weekend. Whenever people saw it, I felt like it kind of threw them off a little bit of kind of like, what is he trying to do? But they kind of do the same thing as like the Dragon cards. So you could easily just cut them and play the Dragon cards if you really, really wanted to. But I enjoyed having fun with them. They were crazy. So because I didn't play any hand traps, I just played Droplet and Dark Ruler. The only deck I really respected was like the P.U.N.K Therion deck. I feel like every other deck makes like boards that aren't as strong, but even though you can still answer them with this card, you still have to just play through the one trap card that they have, whether that be like Brandon and Red or something like that. But it was really solid all day. Didn't really see this one as much, but this card was crazy all day. So I don't think I would go up and play hand traps at all. And then just the last cards, Jet Snow, called by. Card's probably banned. This card is really good. It came off the list. Doesn't really like break anything, but a lot of times I would actually send this, either bring it off Hulk or send it off Foolish so that I can make my Regulus lives, and then I would just equip it and then try and use that to help play through cards. And then Snow's just Snow. So it's 43 cards. Extra deck. Hulk, no reason they should have put it to 1. Doesn't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
Putting it to 1. For Charmers, I played D-Arc and Asa. So the reason I played Asa is I respected the mirror a little bit more than any other matchup. So this is the 15th extra deck spot. Basically, it's just so that if you don't see your P.U.N.K engine when you're playing against the mirror and you're breaking their board, then you're able to take their P.U.N.K engine and you have access to it. So it basically just does the same thing. Unicorn, access code. I don't play Celine. Probably could play it, but I don't play any like I don't play like Veiler or anything to bring off of Hulk to make it a little bit easier. Vampire, we don't care if they mill 4 because we're getting lower locking up the game. The XL Synchro cards, Formula, Shooting Riser, mill 5, easy. Card is crazy. Psychic Punisher. I didn't kill anybody with this, but card comes up when you're like playing against a Despia deck or when you're behind. It can just help you steal games. Pretty sure we all know what this card does at this point. One of probably like top 10 Synchro made at this point. Baron, make it in everything. Pretty easy making this deck. Like I said, use Mad Mauler, eat this down to level 8. Use like something like Chaos Ruler to make another level 10, and then you just keep this on the board. It doesn't do anything. The reason I topped. Card's crazy. Just make sure if you're gonna play, make sure that you make your Formula Chain Link 1 to make it so it doesn't miss timing. A lot of people, I guess they were surprised when it happened. They would play like.
Oh, this card says when.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It says when you can. So a lot of people when I play, they actually would play like not probably the best card in their hand to play against this. They probably didn't know it was coming, or they just didn't have a card for it. And so that's why I played it. It was just like a strong card. A lot of people don't have the cards in their deck to stop you from doing it. And then once you do it, it's just like skips their turn and passes it back. And then you can just do it at any time basically because your deck plays through hand traps pretty well. And even though you can still put up in the gate with it, so it was good. And then the reason I kind of wanted to try these cards were the zombie synchros that came out. Basically, they're all just really, really strong. I felt like they're like in a vacuum. They're all really strong cards. This card is basically Immortal Dragon, basically like Ding Long. It lets you send a zombie card from your deck, and the difference of the levels is what it is. So you can actually send level 8s off this and level 7s, and then it'll just do the difference basically. But the card was strong. Usually you send like a Mizuki or Unizombie or any of the other tuners. But use this and then use this Synchro with Griffin to make your Baron. Felgran, what he does is when he's special summon, he banishes a monster on the field. Also when he's on the while he's on the field, if you or your opponent special summon, he can negate 1 monster effect on the field. Okay. Basically, during the combo, I would use this and level 2 to make this. So then I also have the follow-up of what he does is he special summons a zombie back from the graveyard on your opponent's turn. And I don't know what the second effect is, but something about special summoning yourself back by banishing a monster or something like that. Yeah. But gives you like more just interruptions if for some reason you can't pull off the calamities. You just have interruptions by bringing this back, and then this is able to. This is really good against Snow because when they bring back Snow, you're just able to negate Snow. Okay. So honestly, these cards were really good. Like I said, I don't know for Nats. I don't know. I probably need to test a little bit more of whether or not I would keep playing this engine. It probably may not be the best engine, but I think the Therion Brave or the P.U.N.K Brave stuff with a 3rd engine is probably just the best way to go. Sure. I had to give cards back because I'm poor. So the cards that I borrowed were 3 Lightning Storm, and then I also borrowed 3 Evenly Match. I didn't side any hand traps. I just wanted my 6-card hands to be as best as possible, which means I didn't want to draw any hand trap that like could not function or draw any hand trap that would stop me from breaking their board going second. And I didn't feel like any hand trap that like I wanted to put in, I couldn't just draw them like Droll or Nib. They're really strong in their matchups, but like I just didn't think that they were better than just having a blowout card.
Like going like as your 6th card going second, lighting evenly was just better
and
too.
because the deck
than
you
a
can
hand
break
trap.
the boards. It's just like you need the board. You just need to not get floodgated.
Yeah, so for people to know, it was 3 evenly, 3 lightning.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Going.
I played 2 twin and finger chops. I'm scared of anti-spell fragrance. That's the only reason these are just answered anti-spell. Cards should be banned, but we had also red reboot, another answered anti-spell. And then token collector. These are kind of like the other cards. Token collector, 2 zombie worlds, banshee, and scythe. These are the cards I decided in going first. So I take out dark ruler and bull, put in these. Every time I go first, because Dark Ruler doesn't work, and then these basically turn your Mizukis into reborn any card in your graveyard, and then this turns the level 10 guy into reborn any card from your graveyard as well. So there's times where you can make Riser, send Scythe, and then use Unizombie to send this, and then as your combo, you can do this all while you're comboing, and then at the end you're able to still set up Calamities, but you can still set up like you keep this in your grave until their turn. And then if you're able to Calamities, it's game anyway. But if you don't Calamities, then you can just banish this, activate Zombie World, and then use the level 10 Red Eyes to bring this back out in the Scythe.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So this is a lot of the stuff that I was doing. And then Token Collector for Source Soul, you can always just send it. In my last game 3 of the last round, I Chaos Ruler, hit 4 spells and Token Collector against Source Soul, and that's what stopped me from getting blown out by anti-spell.
Holy, nice.
So that was the list that I played for the San Antonio Regional.
And congratulations on your top 4, Quinton. And do you have anything else to say?
No.
Okay, well, have a good night then, right? And subscribe.
Subscribe to Top Deck Scrub. Shout out to Epic, by the way. I forgot.
Oh,
Shout out to Epic. And yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Quinton.
Appreciate it.